World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide. Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. A state of disaster was declared over Malawi as drought hit 23 of its 28 districts. Malawi President Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera said the South African nation needs more than $200 million in humanitarian assistance. This comes less than a month after neighboring landlocked country of Zambia also appealed for help. The United Nations World Food Programme, or WFP, previously said several southern African countries are on the brink of a hunger crisis due to the impact of the El Niño phenomenon. According to the WFP, Zimbabwe could follow suit as crops in the country continue to be affected by the extreme weather. The WFP said it has monitored severe rainfall deficits in Malawi, Mozambique, and certain areas in Angola, while Zambia and Zimbabwe had experienced its driest month in February in 40 years.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide. France has raised its terror alert to its highest level following a deadly attack that left over 200 people injured and at least 137 people dead at a Moscow concert hall. In a statement on X, French Prime Minister Gabriel Attal said, "The country's Defense and National Security Council was convened by President Emmanuel Macron at the Élysée Palace." Attal said that upon IS claiming responsibility for the attack and the threats weighing on the country, the council decided to raise the national security alert system to its highest level of attack emergency. France's Federal Investigative Authority said the death toll from the shooting climbed to 137, 3 of which are children. In a statement, Russia's investigative committee said 62 bodies have been identified while genetic tests are being carried out to the remaining victims to ascertain their identities. Gunmen opened fire at concertgoers at Crocus City Hall in Krasnogorsk as the rock band Picnic was about to perform, and a fire later broke out at the building. According to the Federal Security Service, Russian authorities have arrested 11 people in connection with the attack, including 4 directly involved.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide. And news from the Philippines Foreign Service Post. Philippine Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI Secretary Alfredo Pascual, met with officials of IMEC and Semi-Europe at the IMEC headquarters in Leuven, Belgium. With United States and European Union versions of the CHIPS Act diversifying the supply chain of semiconductor chip manufacturing, discussions revolved around the feasibility of eventually setting up a state-of-the-art semiconductor wafer production facility in the Philippines. Secretary Pascual was also given a tour of IMEC's ultra-modern clean room wafer research facility, which can manufacture the most advanced 200 and 300 millimeter semiconductor wafers. Finally, Secretary Pascual met with Filipino researchers working at IMEC. He encouraged them to either eventually go back to the Philippines or impart their knowledge via online platforms to Filipino students interested in chip design and research. SEMI is the leading semiconductor industry association, while IMEC is the world's leading independent nanoelectronics research and development hub based in Leuven, Belgium.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day.
World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.